I see you're back for part 2 of this lovely decluttering video. Hope you're enjoying it, and if you're just coming straight from the next video, welcome back. Alright, here we go with part 2. Alright, so here is the Now Neat foundation bag. And the one I forgot to show was actually my Tarte BB cream. And this is what I like to use daily for my makeup. And it was actually in the wrong thing because I use it daily. It was actually in my drawer. But now I'm going to put it in here. We're going to close it up and scoot it to the side. And this is the lovely makeup that has now been thrown away. And now we get to move on to the scariest section. And that is my eye makeup. Now, I will admit I have a problem. I really love palettes. And I really love eyeliner. So you're going to be seeing a lot of palettes and a lot of eyeliner, and as you can tell, I even changed my angle for filming. I'm sitting down because I knew this section was going to take so long. So let's begin with the first palette, which is this lovely little Urban Decay palette. I can't tell you what its name is. Oh, I think it's Beauty with an Edge. I actually got it for free from my friend, and as you can see, I'm sorry, camera shaking. As you can see, I actually use these colors. This is the palette I brought with me to Japan, so this was the only thing I had with me in Japan for eyeshadows. Inside is actually a lip liner, because that was the only place I had to carry it. So I'm going to take that out, and I dropped it. Alright, but obviously I use it. I used it in Japan. I'm planning on keeping using it. I like its colors. This is a very pretty, the oil slick is one of my favorite blacks, so it is going to stay. And I'm going to knock everything over in the process. Alright. These two eyeliners are next. I can't even tell you where they're from. I don't even remember. I think I got them for free a long time ago, and what I remember from them is that they are actually horribly pigmented. There's like no color in them. So they get to go take a trip to the trash can. Next is this palette. It's another throwaway. I know that because I remember the reason I got this was for its mirror, and I got it for free because someone didn't want to keep it, so I used it for its mirror, which is never really a great reason to keep it. But now that the other piece has fallen out, I might, I'm not sure, keep it basically for a mirror and for a placeholder while I'm doing some people's makeups. So it gets to go on the maybe pile. Oh, and this is what fell out. As you can see, it's like never been used because it's horribly pigmented. Next, we'll start here. This I bought in Japan. It is a black waterproof liner, and I use it on my waterline because I can never find something that actually stays on my waterline, and it actually stays really good. It's called LB, and it's obviously a keep. Alright, this is another eyeliner I got in Japan. It's called Kate Tokyo Super Sharp Liner, and I really like it. It has a 0.3 mm top to it. I don't know if I can open it. There we go. Look how thin that is. It's one of my favorites, so if I can cap it again, I might not be able to cap it. Okay, I can cap it. Maybe. But it's one of my favorite eyeliners, and I use it every day, so it is obviously another keep. This is my current mascara, and it's the Kat Von D Immortal Lash. Again, it's one of those that I got for free from my friend. She's also the person who gave me this for free, so I'm going to be keeping it until it runs out, and then I might be going back to my Benefit Their Real Lash mascara, because that's actually my overall favorite mascara. This is a cream eyeliner, and I actually don't even use it for eyeliner. It should have been in the face box, because that's what I use it for, is when I have to make it look like I'm missing part of my face. So I use it mostly during Halloween season. At the haunted house I work at, it's practically empty. It was like $1. I can buy it again if I really want it. This is another one of those Maybelline Eyestudios. It's the black one, and I haven't used it in a while, but I'm going to keep it like I kept the other one because you can always use some more gel liner if I can close it. This is from MAC. It's another one of those samples that I got when I was applying to work there, and it's a very pretty loose eyeshadow. I've never really gotten a chance to use it, and also instead I like to use, one minute, shake the camera. And also instead I like to use the Urban Decay's Trick instead, and they are pretty similar. If anything, this one's a little bit more warm toned than the, nah, they're about the same, so I really don't need it. And I'm actually not a MAC fan. I much would prefer Urban Decay or anything else, so it's going away too. Next palette, since it's right here and open, is my Urban Decay Naked 3, and it is a keep. I use it all the time. If I want something more in the rose tones, this is my go-to. I wear it quite often. It is a go-to palette. If you aren't noticing yet, I have a trend for my palettes, and that is Urban Decay. So this one is actually another keep. If you can't tell, I actually really do use the electric palettes. I mean, some colors I don't use often, but I find them very pretty, like Gonzo doesn't get used often. I use a lot of the reds and purples in here and the greens, but it's very good for cosplay, which is also what I bought that Anastasia palette for. So I'm going to keep it because I think I can use it, and also it's very good for certain films I work that need some bright makeups. And the thing I really like about this palette is it's not just used as eyeshadow. You can also put it on your face, like cheeks and everything, so it's more of an artistry palette instead of just an eyeshadow palette. So it is another one of those keeps. My next Urban Decay palette is another one of those that I'm keeping because I just really like Urban Decay's eyeshadows, and it's the Naked 2. Everyone knows what the Naked 2 looks like, so I'm not going to try and fight it open. But I do use my, oh wait, it didn't open that hard. But yeah, I do use this palette. Not as often as I use my Naked 3, except obviously Tease gets used all the time. But I actually like to take them both and use them in conjunction with each other. So that is what I'm going to be continuing to do, and I'm going to add it to the rest of the pile. Okay, let's just finish the Urban Decay and go to my Urban Decay primer potions, which, yeah, I actually do use these samples. And I only use them when I'm on film sets because that's when I really want the makeup to stay. My own makeup, I'm a little bit more lenient with. So yeah, I keep this for film. Next, my other LB eyeliner. This one's in a champagne color for when I want to widen my eyes by using on my waterline. And again, it's another really good color that really stays on your eyes. So I'm going to be keeping this one as well. Alright. This is Black Tie from the CoverGirl line. As you can see, I actually do use it a lot, but I haven't used it in a while. Last time I used it was for makeup where I had to scratch it out to get a loose powder black. But I don't think I'm going to be keeping it because it's very old and I have my other blacks in there, so it's going away. Alright, next is these Revlons, if I can get them up. I haven't used these in years. Like, the only one that's finished is the white. I prefer not to use them. They don't stay at all, so they're going away too. Next is this palette, and the only reason I've been keeping it, I don't even know what it is. It's Gold Rush. I don't know what brand it is or anything, but the only reason I got was for the yellow, and its yellow isn't even that good. As you can tell, I have to use a lot of it, and I'm not going to keep it because the Anastasia palette that I have over there that hasn't been opened yet has an extremely pigmented yellow that I would be using instead of this one. This is my empty Sin pack. I think it's empty. It's mostly empty, but it is open in this thing, so it's now dirty, so it's going to be thrown away no matter what. This is a really old eyeliner, and it's just time to throw it away. I'm not even going to look at that. It's yellow. I don't even use this thing. I don't know why I haven't cleaned this thing out in forever. It's going away. It was disgusting to touch. Okay, more eyeshadows. I really like eyeshadows, guys. But this is the I'm Making a Mess. This is the shimmer strips from Physicians Formula, and it was one of my first palettes. And you can tell I used it a good bit, but I now have a lot better and more pigmented palettes, and I don't actually like to use this much shimmer. I only use shimmer really on my inner corners, so I don't need this. Okay, this is a Maybelline pencil. As you tell, it's very sharp, and I actually do use it for lining out makeup looks that are going to be kind of advanced or complicated that need me to outline it on my face, so it's going to be kept along with the black version of it. I use both of them. So these actually should be in my special effects palette, because my special effects bag, because that's when I use them. I am making a mess everywhere because I'm running out of room for these things. Alright. So these are my e.l.f. shadows, and they were pretty cheap to buy. And they are not as pigmented as I would want. I mean, they have a nice blue and all that, but I think I can get these exact same colors in my electric palettes and now my new Anastasia palette. So they're taking a trip to the trash can. I just dropped something. Okay, I already went through it, so it's okay. The e.l.f. eyelid primer, it's actually pretty good, but I think I'm out. I think I'm out and this isn't empty. Yeah, I'm out, so it's going away. I need to buy more of it, but I'm okay with buying more of that. Okay, so my dad got me this, and it's like, you can depot them and put different e.l.f. e.l.f. eyeshadow pots in it. But like I said with the last e.l.f. one, I don't actually like e.l.f.'s eyeshadow palettes as much as I like Urban Decay's. So it's probably going to get thrown away. I don't use them. The colors I have in here, I have in my naturals palettes, my naked palettes. So it's going away. I used to use this all the time, but I don't really use it as much anymore because, again, I have Trick from the Naked 3, so I don't really need it. This thing is empty. I can't figure out how to sharpen it, so I think I'm just going to throw it away because it ran out so quickly. I barely had a chance to use it before it ran out. I didn't like it. This was my eyebrow gel. As you can see, it's quite dirty. I need to buy a new one. And this is a great chance to buy a new one because look how disgustingly dirty that is. Yeah, and also it's so old, it's peeling back on itself. Yeah, just buy. These things, I don't know how I got these. They may have been something I got for free because someone didn't want them. And at first they seemed very pigmented, so I kept them. But it's like somehow they put the first layer of it very pigmented, and then the rest of the layers are horribly pigmented. There's like no color in them. So I don't use them because of that fact. Okay, this is one of my L'Oreal Infallibles, and even though it's the same color as the Trick one, I actually do use this along with the blue one. But now that I think about it, they are not as pigmented, and it took a good amount of layers when I used these for a makeup look I had to do, that it really wasn't that worth it. The blue is a lot more pigmented than the gold, so I already have a gold. As you can tell, I really do like gold though. I think I'm going to keep this one and give it another chance because I don't know if I do have this color. And both the versions I have from Urban Decay are actually more pigmented. So, and these actually do fade really fast. I'm sorry, I just realized my foot's in frame. So I'm going to throw these away as well. I'm doing better with this than I thought I would. Alright, this is my Sephora Flashy Liner Waterproof. I haven't used it in a while, and it is my only colored one, but that's also because I don't really reach into my makeup bag often unless I'm on a film set. I have my go-to liners, which are the ones I got in Japan, so I don't really grab the other ones often, but I want to keep this because it could work well for film sets. This is one of my everyday products. It's the Benefit What's Up. As you can tell, I use it so often, like the words are all missing and it's all used up. But yeah, this is one of my everyday products, so I'm definitely not getting rid of it. I'm going to use it up until I run out, and then I'm going to buy another one because I use it every day. I don't even use this. It is some type of purple liner. I don't even know if it actually will stay on your eyes because I've never even tried it. It's from Physicians Formula, and I haven't tried it in like 3 years. I'm going to try it now, and plus that's old and nasty, so it's going away. Alright, this is one of my favorite one of my favorite liners because it is a gel liner, and it is in a pin form. So other than my Japanese brand ones, I like their real push-up liner the best, and I'm going to keep it. I think it's running low, so I need to buy a new one anyway, so I'm going to use it up and I'm going to buy another one. Alright, my Revlon liquid eye pen thing. I actually did use this a lot because it was the only one with this type of tip and it worked really well, but my Kate Tokyo one has a even finer tip, and it has very much better color payoff, and it actually stays longer than this one does, so I'm going to take that one instead of this one. I don't wear fake eyelashes. I haven't worn fake eyelashes in forever. I'm throwing them all away. This was my fake eyelashes. They were good, but I'm sorry, my foot again. They were good, but they got old. It was time to throw them away anyway. Alright. More eyelash adhesive. I think one of my old roommates who wore eyelashes every day, this was one of the bottles she bought, and she ended up not even using the eyelash adhesive, so she gave it to me. Problem is, I don't wear false eyelashes often, so it has never been used, so it's going away. Another one of my CoverGirls, and unlike the black tie, I really don't use this one. It is not pigmented at all. If anything, it just gives you a shine. And I don't like it as much, so I'm throwing it away as well. Okay, this is my backup mascara for when I don't have my why am I saying CoverGirl? When I don't have my Kat Von D or my Benefit, I use this one, and it's alright. I actually do kind of prefer it for cosplaying because it gives me bigger lashes, so I'm going to keep it. No. Alright, these are my two Maybellines. This one was given to me as a present a very long time ago, and this one I got myself, and they are good for cosplay, especially this one because the falsies flared, or just the falsies, yeah, flared. I like it because it does give you those really big eyelashes, but it is old and it's drying out, so it's time for me to get a new one. So out of these two, because this is the Colossal, I'm going to rebuy this one if I have a cosplay that needs it. But this year for MechaCon, both of my cosplays are male cosplays, and neither of them need me to have large eyelashes, so I'm only going to rebuy this when I need it. Alright, we are finished part 2, and now we're on to part